We don't have this stuff in TV1.
That's because you're not in TV3.
Education Today starts now.
Welcome to Education Today. I'm Donovan McDonald of Armstrong High School in the Armstrong School District. TV production is a popular elective at Armstrong High School, as in evidenced by the newly adopted curriculum expanding the program to 4 courses across 3 years. In addition to these formal course offerings in the program as a new course that can be taken by seniors who are interested in the program beyond AHS and look to potentially make it their career after pursuing it more at the collegiate level. We are joined by Haley Woodside and Joey Chrisman, this year's seniors who are taking Video Services and Management as an independent study, or as it is more commonly known as TV3. Welcome to Education Today. Could you please introduce yourself for our viewers and tell us why you've opted to take this independent study in addition to media and film, or TV2?
Okay, well, my name is Joey Chrisman, and the reason I took TV3 independent study is because I wanted to get better at something that I love, which is filming, and because I'm going to college for it at IUP, so I just want to make sure I have more experience in the field so I can opt to have more success later in life.
I'm Haley Woodside. My reason is pretty much the same as Joey. I wanted the regular TV class. I wanted to learn beyond that. I wanted to learn deeper into filming and media. So I talked to some of the teachers about it and figured out what I could learn more, and so we made TV3. And really it's just class just to help us get more in depth and more comfortable with all the equipment.
So Mr. Swanson teaches this course. What's it like acting as if you're his intern?
Honestly, it's not really that different as in TV2, because I mean, he still is our teacher, but honestly the connection or the relationship isn't all that different.
I mean, if there was a difference between the regular class, we just get a lot more work, a lot different types of work.
And how did you hear about this course, and how did you take it?
I actually heard it from Woodside when she was talking about it, and when I heard it, I was like, oh, since she's doing it, I should probably do it, so I can stay, on the same level as she. And so I just dropped one of my classes for it, and I've been taking it since, August or September.
All right.
Last school year, the school year is almost over, and I was talking to Mr. Garatano and Mr. Swanson about TV3, because I heard about it the first year of Armstrong, just kind of like there's an independent study for TV. And I wanted to learn more about it because I wanted to take it and get more in depth. So I just was talking to them, and they didn't do it last year. So we had to kind of rewrite the curriculum. But yeah, I just heard about it from talking to Mr. Garatano and Mr. Swanson.
And what's the curriculum like?
Basically, Swanson or Garatano just gives us a certain project, and we just do it and probably have it done by the due date. But as of recently, it's been kind of tight with all the work they've given us, plus that on top of TV2 work. So
it's just a lot of different projects. Like, we record all the school events. Like, whenever the Harlem Wizards were here, we recorded that game, the talent show. Well, and like whatever projects they'll give us outside of school. Like the Elks, it was having a drug awareness contest, a video contest. So we are working on that. We have the script done. We're just trying to find characters, and we'll have hopefully that done by the end of this month.
All right. Do you like taking this course?
Of course. I mean, I love filming and I love TV production. So yeah, I do love taking this course. I think that it's a great experience and eye opener to different kinds of jobs or experiences you can have.
Yeah, I love taking it. We've learned so much more than what we would have learned in regular TV2. We're so much more comfortable with the system. Now we can actually edit. Like, if you look at all of our videos from last year, they were so bad. And now we can actually use, we properly know how to use everything. We produce higher quality videos. It's really great.
What are the expectations?
The expectations of this course is to basically get your work done and to have it done at a higher level than TV2. because it's TV3, it's at a collegiate level, so they expect you to like actually know what you're doing and just get your work done and get it done good.
Yeah, just know what you're doing, get your work done on time. Don't make any problems while you're doing it.
What are some of the skills that you're learning?
Some of the skills I learned was time management. Like I said, with a bunch of stuff we have on top of TV3 is TV2, then we have the rest of our schoolwork like English or math or just anything, because some students have Rami and she can pile on a bunch of work, and it's hard to like manage that work plus TV3, and then on top of that plus TV2, and just your time schedule is getting so tight you barely have any time to do anything else, and you barely have time for work, even like actual job work.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just time management and like getting the film of learning about film. I've learned about a little more about color correction and just like learning to edit color on the films and just the files. What do you think?
Right. Time management, that's probably the biggest one, because I have a job. A lot of, like, Joey, you did have a job.
I had a job, but I quit because of football, but I'm trying to get back in it.
Yeah, like Joey was in football, I was in marching band. We have jobs, there's schoolwork, all of our different classes. So it's just kind of learning how to space out everything, giving time for everything that we're doing. And yeah, I'm learning how to properly edit better, color correcting. I'm learning audio, which is really fun. I now know how to work all the equipment here for Education Today and all of the different things.
What are the differences between the course that you're taking and just normal TV2?
Just the amount of work you get, honestly, because TV2, they have a curriculum where like everything's like dated. Like he tells you what you do, then you have it done by a certain date. But with TV3, they can just pile stuff on you. Like for TV3, we had the Harlem Wizards, the drug awareness video. We were supposed to do another drug awareness video for Judge DeComo, but we ended up scrapping that because it would have never been done with the amount of stuff we have. And then we have a course video, that's an elective course video, to showcase a bunch of the electives you can take. And then on top of that, you did the Hawk review, which is also a TV3 project. So just a bunch of other stuff you just have to get done, and it can be stressful, like really, really stressful. On the Harlem video, I've been editing that for at least 9 hours so far, staying after school until like 6:30 for the past 2 days, and I'm about ready to like claw my eyes out right now.
Yeah, and with all the projects, it's not like for our teachers, Mr. Swanson, Mr. Garitano. It's for like Mr. Rummel, the school board, other like people outside of just this class. So like we are expected to get everything done on time, and it is stressful, but it's definitely worth it. So it's not like just don't stay away from this class, because it's so worth it. You learn so much, and like just the main difference is all the work and yeah, just the work and different projects that you're getting.
So what's one of the biggest projects that you're working on right now?
The drug video.
Yeah.
Recently, we put an announcement to have open casting here Friday during seminar. I don't know why Charlie said auditorium. That was his fault. But basically, that drug video has been in the making for the past, I think, 2 months. The beginning of October in the making. We finished the script like mid-October, and we've kind of put it off because we've had like a bunch of other stuff going on. But the due date's coming up fast. It's supposed to be done and edited and submitted by December 1st.
Yeah, like 2 weeks.
So yeah, the due date's coming up fast. So we didn't even get started to film yet.
We don't even have characters.
We have like maybe one character, and that's it. But just everything's just going together, and it's extremely, extremely stressful. And hopefully we can get that done by the due date. I don't know. We better be, because if we don't get it done by the due date, we can't submit it, and it will just be not for nothing, but it won't go into what it's intended for.
Yeah.
Because it's for a contest. So.
Yeah, we just need to kind of crank out that video, get it done really fast. Not fast, but like we work on it and just get it done correctly, and so it's a good video, so we can actually submit it.
But the sooner the better.
Yeah.
So what is the most useful element of production that you feel you've learned from your experiences in the course so far?
Definitely like editing, honestly, because I've learned how to edit audio, I've learned how to edit color correction, and just the experiences so far, honestly.
Yeah, editing's probably the biggest thing.
Yeah, because in TV2 you learn how to film and stuff, but TV3 you have to film.
Yeah.
So when you film, you learn by experience.
I'm really learning how to get in depth with editing. Right now, in one of the videos I'm working on, I'm having a problem every time I try to play my video, nothing will pop up and it says there's an error with the movie. So we're trying to figure out how to get that through, so if it comes up in the future, I can just figure it out and get it over with.
All right, well, thank you guys very much. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back with Armstrong School District's Education Today.
The brain is a remarkable organ. It's almost infinite in its capacity. Its ability to reach its full potential is limited by only one thing: the heart. For if the heart isn't fully engaged in what you're doing, if you have no drive, no passion, the brain will simply go through the motions. Find your success at Indiana University of Pennsylvania.
Welcome back to Armstrong School District's Education Today. Tonight we're talking with Haley Woodside and Joey Chrisman, this year's seniors who are taking Video Services and Management as an independent study, or as it's more commonly known as TV3. How has this class helped you?
It's helped me get more in depth with editing, become more comfortable with everything that I'm doing, be able to produce a good video, direct a good video, and like all the behind the scenes stuff, making a script, making a shooting script, getting all the film dates down, like actually going out talking to people to get a cast ready, a crew ready, and just kind of the behind the scenes part of what a production actually is.
Yeah, it helped me by the amount of work we get, but then again, the work equals more experience, and the more experience you have, the better. Because the experience I got was, like you said, script writing. I learned how to write scripts better, at a better time management, as in like scheduling filming. I learned to do that a little bit better. Just the way I film, with the shots, I plan out shots a little bit better, get a little more creative with my shots, instead of making it more like bland on a tripod, just staring. Like, you gotta make them interesting in order to like keep your audience's attention just on the screen on what you're doing.
Yeah, we've also learned how to get a desired look to make what the viewers would feel. So like high shots, low shots, or like colors. So now we would know what to do to make the audience feel sad or happy, excited, suspense.
So from what I gather, it seems like you're definitely more like prone to doing filming, and then you're more editing?
It's 50-50.
Pretty much,
okay.
yeah.
We
Okay.
work together on both filming and editing. What usually happens, I'll write a script, Joey will look it over, then he and I will talk about it, and we'll discuss what we should add in, what we should take out. So it's a joint effort for like script writing and then filming, making all the different shots. Him and I both work on it together. It's really 50-50. We do everything together.
It's like a team effort.
Yeah.
Like, we don't really do anything without each other, because we always like to let each other like involved.
Mm-hmm.
We don't leave anybody out.
All right, and so are you guys going to college for this? And where do you guys plan on going?
We are planning to go into IUP for communications and media, both of us, to IUP Maine, and yeah, college.
All right, and what are your plans for after college?
I think both of us get a good job, do what we love, have fun with what we're doing.
My main plan after college is to hopefully get enough money so I can move out to Colorado or something, so I can find a good job in maybe a high production company or some other kind of film production company, so I can get that dream job that I've always wanted. But in order to do that, I have to work and actually get more experience. That's where going to college comes in.
Yeah, and after college, we're going to be moving around a lot, because in this field, it's not just a stay-at-home place. You're not just in one city the whole entire time. You're most likely going to have to move around. So it's going to be great traveling the country, hopefully the world.
All right, and are there any clubs that IUP has for you, like to join, that will help you like get along with your career and meet new people?
Yeah, I don't know if these are all the correct names for it, but these are the ones that I know about. There's one called IUP-TV, which is like IUP's TV show. They have, they'll have news, they'll have like different skits, like all their sports channels, and that's where you would go in, learn how to make a TV show. You'll be learning like a camera operator, a news anchor, the one who edits, working the teleprompter and everything. And there's also IUP Filmmakers, and that's where you make movies, work together on different movies. Like, you basically talk about everything and just kind of give your input on whatever. And like, you talk about kind of like a book club, but with movies. And then there's, I think it's called IUP Photographers. Not really sure the exact name of it, but you take pictures, compare pictures, photography club.
Anything that you? All right. So, would you guys be able to go into detail about filmmaking and film, like different positions, different jobs you can have?
Yeah, there's a lot of jobs.
Yeah, there's a lot. One of the jobs that I would love to be is a director,
That's
because
probably the biggest
one thing, I love telling people what to do. So, being director, you basically do exactly that. Like, you direct the actors on how they should act. You direct the lighting and how something should be lit. You direct, like, when something happens, when something doesn't happen, how the effect should be, and you just basically the boss of everybody.
Yeah. To name just a few jobs, there's director, assistant director, director of photography, the script writer, the script supervisor, the audio guy, PAs, junior PAs, the boom light guy, the producer, executive producer, and the assistant producer. Just for a few jobs.
And you both said that you would, like, your main goal is to be a director one day?
Yeah,
Director or
assistant.
a director of photography.
So are there any directors that you guys look up to, want to be like one day?
Well, I really like horror movies, so the guy who directed Dawn of the Living Dead, George A. Romero, I really like his stuff because I'm just a big fan of zombies, and I like the shots he used, like the way he expresses like fear in the actors, and just the shots that just create this just terror feeling when you watch the movies.
I'm gonna kind of be cheesy here, but I'm gonna say our teacher, Don Swanson. Not because like he's our teacher, I've been around him, but I actually do love the style of his short films, all the videos that he does, all the shots he has, the colors, the way that they're shot and everything, so yeah.
What sparked your interest in doing film?
Ooh, back when I was about 7, 8 years old, I lived on Typewriter Hill by the police station, and my old friend, Evan Schaefer, some people might know him, he was doing this video for his history class for Mrs. King. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll help. So we just took his camera and just went up on the in the hills and just did a bunch of, like, we had like a bunch of army stuff, like a hat, a fake gun, and we just like acted out like these war scenes. Like, we acted out like a planes were flying overhead, and we, like, there's a bad guy here, we shot him, and like I was like so blown away by like how fun it was to act and just film. And then when the opportunity came to actually film something, I was all up on that. Like, I wanted to do it no matter what. So when I got to film A Wish for Giants, and I heard like Haley was on it, I was like, I have to get on this. I have to do it, because I love it. So when I got on it, I was so happy. And then when the film ended, I was so down because like I can't film anymore.
It's so sad.
It was sad. It was a sad time. But then when I got on the music video that Swanson made, I was happy again because I was around all the people that made filming interesting. I mean, I love filming, but it's another thing when you're around people that love filming like you do, and that make filming experience a great time. Like David Damrath, Noah Chrisman, Corey Heika, Swanson, all those guys. I absolutely love them. Not only do I love them as filmmakers, but I love them as people. Like, their sense of humor is off the charts. I mean, I love Haley too, but because she works on it as well. But just being around those guys, just filming with those guys and girl is an incredible experience, and I would love nothing more to keep doing that in my life.
So this has definitely been something that you've been interested in since you were a little kid.
Oh yeah.
That's so cool.
I first started off being real big into photography. I've always been around cameras my whole life, always loved taking pictures, just kind of being behind the camera. I didn't like being in front, just behind. And then I got my camera, and I just would take pictures of everything. But during my freshman year, I saw all the videos that the TV class was taking, or was recording back at Katanning, and I saw those videos. I'm like, man, I want to do that one day. So then junior year rolls around, and we can take that class, so I take TV, and during that, I just fell in love with editing, like script writing, doing everything behind the scenes. And then we had the chance to work on a movie, A Wish for Giants. And while I'm there, I fell more in love with it because I learned what an actual movie was like to produce, what it was like actually like being behind the scenes and doing everything. I learned so much from that and just fell more in love with it. And yeah, what Joey said with all the people, it's like the atmosphere that those guys create is just something that I want to be around my whole entire life. Whenever you're working on a set, it's not really, I mean, it is about what you're actually filming and everything, but it's also about the people you're with, who you're working with, and you work together really well, create such a great experience, and I want to have that feeling for the rest of my life doing whatever I love.
You mentioned being around like cameras your whole life. Was your mom or your dad or someone like a photographer?
No, but it's like all moms are that stereotypical, gotta take a picture of my kid, everything, so just
All
that.
right. Now, where do you guys see yourself in 10 years from now?
Like I said, I want to move out to Colorado to find a big production company. So in 10 years, hopefully, I'll see myself making films, not just short films, but high production films. I mean, that's the dream, but I just gotta work hard to achieve it.
Well, hopefully I'll be able to like settle down in somewhere that I love. I really like Montana because that's it's a pretty state. Somewhere out west, they have like that's where all the big production companies are. So probably somewhere out there. Hopefully with a job that I love, either working at a news station with a production company, doing commercials, something like that. Have a family, and hopefully if one of my friends like makes a big movie, I'll be able to work on it with them and be like, hey, remember that one time when we did A Wish for Giants? Can I be a PA? Hopefully see one of my friends' names up on like the big screen that they produced a great movie.
And other than going out west and making it big, what are your other goals?
I want to direct a movie of my own one day. Have like go be driving down the highway or something, see a billboard with a movie on it, and see like I directed that movie, and then have everybody love it, which is a big dream because like I'm from Western PA. Nobody like knows where we're from, so I just got to be good at what I do, and I just really want to see my name on a billboard.
Yeah, beside me, like actually directing a movie, I just want to be somebody like young people can look up to. Like people can look at him like, oh, he knows what he's doing. I want to follow in his footsteps. Like I want that kind of recognition. Like I want to walk in here maybe like 10 years later, walk into Swanson's class, and just walk in his class and have everybody just look at me starstruck because, oh my God, he was that one guy in that one movie. I forget what it's called, but
That one.
but you know, beside directing a movie, just having that feeling of just making some kid's day, helping them out with like something that you love to do but they also love to do, is unbelievable.
Yeah, I want to be a role model for a kid who wants to direct one day. Like if we come back here in 10 years, Joey and I will probably come back together. Well, I want to come back and just have all those kids just be in awe of what we have done and what we've actually produced.
How do you think your experiences that you got here will help you achieve those big goals?
Well, like I said before, with the amount of work we get more experience. And the more experience you get, the more higher on the level of success you'll probably achieve. Because some kids are down here experience, but with TV3, you're up here. And that's good because you can only go up. You can't really go down because unless you forget something and you just stop doing it. But me and Hilly probably won't ever stop doing this, honestly. Because immediately after senior year, we're going to IUP. We're going to still do
Jumping
it.
right in.
And then after IUP, we're probably going to follow our dreams, but just the experience you get is definitely going to help me and her in the world.
Yeah, we've worked on that movie and the music video, so it's really like giving us a feel for what this field's actually like, what it's going to be like after college or even in college, working on an actual set for a movie, actual set for a music video. It's just going to help us out in the future and just give us a great experience for what we're going to be doing. It's just going to help us overall.
All right, is there anything else you'd like to add for the benefit of our viewers?
Yeah, if you love filming, if you love anything really, don't let people tell you that you can't do it. Because I'm going to tell you something right now. When I brought up to my parents that I want to go to IUP for communications and media, they didn't believe it. They couldn't believe it because they wanted me to go to like IUP for like business or something. And I thought about it, but business isn't really my passion. But filming is, and they were like, over the past 3 months, they've been trying to convince me, oh, I should do business, you should do business. Like, no, if I do business, I'm going to drop out because I hate it. But if I go to IUP for film, I'm going to love it, I'm going to keep with it because I love it for a reason. So if you love something, don't let people tell you that you can't do it. Because you can do really anything if you put your mind to it. So that's what I've learned. And now I've convinced my parents that they're going to pay for my tuition, well, half of it really, to go to IUP, Maine, for 4 years for a communications and media degree. And all I got to do is wait for my acceptance letter, and I'll be good to go.
Well, what we said earlier before the commercial break, we kind of just said all about the work that we were doing and how much we have. It is a lot of work, but it's not we're not dying over it, and we kind of didn't really say that our teachers, they do help us,
Yeah,
and they do show us what we're doing. We're not on our own for this. We're guided by them, and yeah.
I mean, it's not like we don't love the work we do.
Yeah, we love what we
love
do.
it. That's the thing. If you get a lot of work and you hate it, that's a problem because you're not going to do it.
Yeah.
But if you get a lot of work that you absolutely love, you're going to do it as much as you possibly can.
Mm-hmm. It's not really like a burden if you love what you're
No,
doing.
it's not a burden at all. I'm editing the video. Even though I want to scratch my eyes out, I still love doing it though. I'm gonna keep doing it until it's done. Until it's done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you want to get into this field and if you want to produce movies one day, direct movies, even star in them, keep your heart set on it. Don't have anybody to tell you you're not good enough, you're not gonna make this. Because I've been told before, I suck at photography, I suck at filming, I'm not good. You kind of gotta like brush it off your shoulder. Yeah, it hurts and it's gonna suck, but just stay positive, keep working hard, keep doing what you're doing, and after a while you'll be able to show that person who told you you suck that no, you don't suck. You've actually done something with your life, while they're over here saying I'm stuck in high school, not producing anything or not doing anything with their lives.
And another thing, remember to eat.
Remember to eat. We always forget.
I've had multiple times where I've been editing and 2 hours go by without even me noticing. I'm like, oh crap, lunch is over.
Happens too much for me too.
I forgot to eat, and you just gotta make sure you eat. Make sure you get what you have to do.
Watch the time.
Yeah, watch the time. Time flies when you're having fun or editing or doing anything filming related really. And sleep. Make sure you sleep too. Sleep. You need sleep as a human being. You can't miss it. You miss too much of it, you'll start hallucinating and probably die.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly,
it's such a good thing.
It's happened too often for us.
Is there anything that you'd like to say to students who are thinking about joining this class but aren't sure about it?
Do it. Do it.
Do it.
It's worth it.
Do it. If you don't like it, at least you gave it a shot.
Yeah.
Don't. If you don't do it, but you find out that 3 years later, oh crap, I should have taken that class. Don't make any mistakes. Don't leave any stones unturned. Just do it. Figure it out. Find out if you like it or not. If you don't like it, that's okay. You don't have to do it the next year. But if you love it, then good. Keep with it, and then we'll see where it goes from there.
If you love filming, if you love editing, if you love doing anything with a camera, you should probably take this class if you want to pursue it in college. Well, not even college, but this really will prepare us for it. Yeah, but if you love doing this stuff, you should probably take it, and it'll help you out. It's definitely worth it.
Well, that's our show for today. I'd like to thank our guests Haley Woodside and Joey Chrisman for taking time to join us tonight. And our thanks also go out to the TV production students of Armstrong High School, led by their teacher, Mr. Don Swanson. They were our film crew today. Please join us again next week for another look at the Armstrong School District. DVD copies of this and all Education Today programming can be requested by contacting Chris Garatano, multimedia technician at Armstrong Junior Senior High School. Visit our website for updated information about the district and have a great week.